Hey there, this is Ashley, your host for the Ready, Set, Depart podcast. Traveling with your family can be a disaster, but it doesn't have to be. Let's go. Hello, and welcome to our very first episode of the Ready, Set, Depart podcast. We are so excited that you're here. I'd like to introduce you to me and my family. I'm Ashley, the mom and chief planner of the group. Then there's my husband, Brent, who is the chief driver and all-around calm guy. And then we have our son, who we'll call Trooper, who is always up for an adventure. We are a family of travelers, but not the kind that's been to 100 countries, though that would be cool. We're the kind who have full-time jobs and school and responsibilities and businesses and pets. But we still get out and travel as much as we possibly can. Not only do we travel with our son, but we often travel with our parents or even grandparents. That can bring difficulties that you can't even plan for, but it's still pretty amazing to do. So for this first episode, we wanted to talk about why we travel. Why do we make an effort, and why is it important to us? The first reason that we came up with was that we travel to see this big, beautiful world we live in. We love the different sights and smells and views that you can see when you are in a different place. We are very curious people, which probably is what causes us to want to travel as much as we do. We love to see new things, meet new people, and just learn everything that we can. The second reason we love to travel is to see things in person that we've only ever seen in books. Let me explain. Our first big trip was to England and France for our honeymoon. This was the first time I'd ever been out of the country, and I was so excited to see things that I'd only ever read about. I can distinctly remember turning a corner and seeing Westminster Abbey and crying. I just stood there in the road, just crying, with this brand new husband of mine. It almost felt surreal being there and seeing it up close and remembering all those things I had read about it. That is why I travel. And yes, I do sometimes still cry. The third reason is I especially love seeing the different plants wherever we go. You see, I'm a horticulturist, which just means I'm a gardener that's read a lot of books and gotten a degree with those books. So seeing plants that I'd never seen before is pretty cool. I will always be the one to notice the silver maples that are pruned into rectangles along the Champs-Élysées in Paris, or to see the beautiful gardens or the different ways to grow vegetables. It's all pretty exciting for me. Our fourth reason to travel is to have a change in routine. Life can get a little bit monotonous sometimes, and just taking a moment to get out of that routine breathes new life into our lives. And the last reason we love to travel is we love to be together as a family. We love sharing these experiences. We love laughing about failures and saying, "Do you remember when we did this?" Trooper wants to share with you his favorite thing about traveling during his segment called Trooper's Travel Tips for Kids. So stay tuned for that. So you might be wondering, why should you be listening to this podcast? Well, hopefully you find us entertaining or educational or all of the above. But what we really want to do is to inspire you to travel. I used to think traveling meant that you had to fly to exotic places and see exotic things, or at least travel outside of your state for sure. But then during the shutdown, when our travel bubble shrunk, I realized how many amazing things were right in our backyard that we had never seen before. We live next to 3 national parks. I love national parks, but we had never been to them. We had driven 12 hours to go to Yellowstone, but we'd never been to the ones near us. We live near so many beautiful state parks and museums, and we'd never been to any of them. We'd never even been a tourist in our own city. We would fly for 10 hours to see beautiful things, when there were beautiful things within an hour's drive of where we lived, if not 20 minutes. So what we want to inspire you to think is that yes, travel can be a 15-hour flight to Japan, or it can be a 15-minute drive to go to that state park you've never gone to before, or to that museum you've never been to in your own hometown. The most important part is that you do it together. You learn together and you laugh together and you make memories together. So whether you're going to travel to Germany or you're traveling to the county next to yours, let's all be inspired to do it with our whole family. And now it's time for Trooper's Travel Tips for Kids. Hey there, Trooper.
Hey, Mom.
So in this podcast episode, we've been talking about why we like to travel. So why do you like to travel?
I like to see the sights.
You like to see the sights. So what was your favorite sight that you've ever seen in any of our travels?
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge in England. Why was Stonehenge your favorite sight?
Because it's so ancient. So old.
You liked how old it was?
Yeah. That's Trooper's Tips for Kids today. Peace out!
Thanks for listening. If you like this podcast, be sure to share it with your friends or even leave a review so others can find it. Follow us on Instagram at ready.set.depart. This is Ashley with Ready, Set, Depart. Remember, traveling with your family can be a disaster, but it doesn't have to be. See you next time.